Hello everyone. For years, many of you have seen me ask the question, what would you do when faced with a difficult situation? Today, we're not just observing, we're preparing. We're going to talk about something incredibly important, something that affects millions of people in this country every single day, knowing your rights as an immigrant. In moments of high stress and uncertainty, knowledge isn't just power, it's your shield. It's what stands between you and a decision that could change your life and the lives of your family forever. The information we're about to discuss isn't just a list of rules, it's a lifeline. These are practical, essential tips that can help protect you, your friends, and your loved ones during an encounter with immigration authorities. Understanding what you can and cannot be compelled to do is a fundamental part of navigating the system safely and with dignity. It's about ensuring that your voice is heard and your rights are respected, regardless of where you were born. We're here to empower you with the tools you need to face these challenging scenarios. So, I ask you to listen closely. Absorb this information, not just for yourself but for your community. Please, share this video with anyone you think might benefit from it. Post it, send the link, talk about it with your family. The more people who are informed, the stronger and safer our communities become. Because when you see someone in a vulnerable situation, the question becomes, what would you do to help them? And the answer starts with being prepared. Let's begin. Imagine the scene. You're walking down the street, or maybe you're leaving work, and suddenly you are approached by someone who identifies themselves as an immigration officer. Your heart starts to pound, your mind races. The first instinct for many might be panic, a primal urge to flee. But I'm here to tell you, the most important thing you can do in that moment is to fight that instinct. You must remain calm. Take a deep breath. Running away is seen as an admission of guilt, and it can give officers a reason to chase and detain you, escalating the situation dramatically and potentially leading to more serious consequences. Staying put, keeping your hands visible, and maintaining a calm demeanor is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength and control. It shows that you are aware of the situation and are choosing to handle it with composure. Panicking or running can lead to misunderstandings and can put you and others in physical danger. By staying calm, you are better able to think clearly, to recall the rights you have, and to make rational decisions instead of reactive ones. This simple act of controlling your response sets the tone for the entire encounter and is your first line of defense. Remember, the officers are observing your every move. A calm and cooperative posture, while not answering questions you don't have to, can de-escalate tension. It allows you to manage the interaction on your terms as much as possible. Do not physically resist, but also do not volunteer information or consent to anything out of fear. Your composure is your shield. It protects you from making impulsive mistakes and gives you the mental space to proceed with the next crucial steps we're about to discuss. So breathe. Stay still. Do not run. Once you've established a calm presence, the questions will likely begin. They might ask about your name, where you're from, how you entered the country, or your immigration status. It's a natural human tendency to want to answer, to be helpful, or to try and explain your situation. But you must understand this fundamental right. You have the right to remain silent. You are not obligated to answer questions about your citizenship, where you were born, or how you came to the United States. You can and should state clearly and politely, I wish to remain silent. This is not being difficult or obstructive. It is exercising a constitutional right that is there to protect you. Anything you say can and will be used against you in immigration proceedings. Even seemingly harmless details can be pieced together to build a case against you. You might think you're clarifying something, but you could be inadvertently providing information that complicates your situation immensely. Saying I wish to remain silent is a complete sentence. You don't need to justify it or explain why. It is your legal shield. So practice this phrase. Say it out loud. I wish to remain silent. Get comfortable with it. So if the moment ever comes, the words are ready. You can provide your name if you wish, but you are not required to answer any other questions. The officers are trained to get information from you, but you are empowered by the law to withhold it. By choosing silence, you are not ending the conversation on their terms, but taking control of what you contribute to it, which in this case, should be nothing. During an encounter, especially if you are detained, you may be presented with documents and a pen. Officers might tell you that signing a particular form will make things easier, that it will speed up the process, or that it's just a standard procedure. They might pressure you, saying you have to sign. I cannot stress this enough. Do not sign anything you do not fully understand, and never sign any document without first consulting with an immigration lawyer. That piece of paper could be a voluntary departure form, which means you would be giving up your right to a hearing before an immigration judge. Signing a document under duress is one of the most common ways people unknowingly waive their rights. Once your signature is on that paper, it becomes incredibly difficult to undo the consequences. You could be agreeing to your own deportation, admitting to things that are not true, or forfeiting your chance to seek asylum or other forms of relief. The pressure can be immense, the language on the forms confusing and technical. This is by design. They are counting on your fear and confusion to get you to comply without thinking. Your response should be simple and firm. I will not sign anything until I have spoken with my lawyer. Repeat this as many times as necessary. Do not be intimidated or rushed. The contents of that document could determine your entire future in this country. Protecting that future is worth the temporary discomfort of refusing to sign. Hold on to that pen, but do not use it. Your signature is a powerful tool, and it should only be used when you are fully informed and legally represented. This brings us to perhaps the most critical right you can exercise, the right to legal counsel. At any point during your interaction with immigration authorities, whether on the street or in detention, you have the right to speak to a lawyer. This is your lifeline to navigating the complexities of the immigration system. An attorney understands the law, the procedures, and the tactics that may be used against you. They are your advocate, your representative, and your guide through what can be a terrifying process. So how do you exercise this right? You must ask for it clearly. Simply state, I want to speak to a lawyer. This is another one of those key phrases you need to commit to memory. Once you have requested a lawyer, law enforcement should cease questioning you until your attorney is present. Do not let them talk you out of it. They might say it will take too long or that you don't need one if you have nothing to hide. Do not fall for it. Insist on your right to counsel. It is a non-negotiable part of due process that is there to protect everyone, regardless of their immigration status. If you are detained, you have the right to a list of pro bono or free legal service providers. You also have the right to make a phone call. Use that call to contact your family and a lawyer. If you don't have a lawyer, have a plan in place. Know the number of an immigration attorney or a legal aid organization that your family can call on your behalf. Preparing this information in advance is a vital step. Your lawyer is your strongest ally in this fight. Make sure you call for their help. The principles we've discussed apply everywhere, but there are special rules when it comes to your home and your workplace. Your home is your most protected space. Immigration officers cannot enter your home without a warrant signed by a judge. A warrant is a specific legal document. It will have a judge's name and signature, your address, and the areas to be searched. If officers knock on your door, do not open it. Instead, ask them to slide the warrant under the door or hold it up to a window so you can inspect it. If they don't have a warrant, you do not have to let them in. You can say, I do not consent to a search of my home. If they claim to have a warrant, check it carefully. Make sure it is a judicial warrant, not an administrative warrant, which is for deportation and does not allow them to enter your home. If they force their way in, do not physically resist, but clearly state, I do not consent to this entry or to this search. This is crucial for your legal case later. The same rules apply to your property, like your car. Do not consent to a search. At your workplace, the situation can be different. An employer may have given consent for officers to be in the public areas of the business. However, you still have your personal rights. You have the right to remain silent and the right to not sign anything. If approached, stay calm and do not run. Ask if you are free to leave. If they say yes, then walk away calmly. If they say no, you are being detained, and you should immediately state that you wish to remain silent and want to speak with a lawyer. Knowing your rights in these specific locations is key to protecting yourself and those around you. We've covered a lot today, and I know it can feel overwhelming. But remember, being prepared is your greatest strength. These tips, staying calm, remaining silent, refusing to sign, asking for a lawyer, and knowing your rights at home and work, are your tools for protection. They are your way of ensuring that you are treated with the dignity and respect that you deserve. It's not about being defiant, it's about being informed. It's about understanding the rules of a very serious game, a game that can have life-altering consequences. Please, do not let this conversation end here. Share this information. Talk to your family, your neighbors, and your friends. The more people in our community who know their rights, the safer we all become. Create a safety plan. Memorize a lawyer's phone number. Write it down and keep it with you. Knowledge is a collective shield, and by sharing it, you are helping to build a stronger, more resilient community that looks out for one another. That is the true spirit of asking, what would you do? It's about taking action before the crisis hits. If you or someone you know is facing an immigration issue, do not hesitate to seek qualified legal help. There are many non-profit organizations and immigration lawyers who are dedicated to helping people navigate this system. You are not alone. Stay informed, stay strong, and stay together. Thank you for watching. Thanks for stopping by today, Hot Reels. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and give it a like. Your support helps us bring you more amazing content. Please stay connected with us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, Pinterest, and Threads for the latest updates and trending reels. Subscribe now and be part of the fun.